What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map. In the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Kvoth. His opponent today, in the blue color, playing as Isis. His name is SuperAfim. It's been a hell of a series. It's been a hell of a qualifiers. This is the final game. The winner of this series will become a champion. Will join Champions League. The loser of this series will have to fight their way through Challengers League for a shot at Champions League Season 4. It all comes down to this one game and this one moment. Kvoth and SuperAfim just had a 40-minute duel to the death. A battle of epic proportions on the map Oasis. And now we come down onto the very, very dangerous lands of Gold Rush. Gold Rush is a map where, well, all the gold is in the middle of the map. All the hunt is in the ring around the middle of the map. And then all of the wood is on the outside of the map. It's an incredibly, incredibly map control centric map. Getting gold control here is absolutely vital. We've got SuperAfim picking Isis here. SuperAfim's got one plan here, one plan alone. What's that plan? Priest Siege. There is other strategies here. For example, Isis can go for a fast second town center over here. Get themselves access to these deer. Enjoy those deer with this town center. Go for a fast heroic age. Just play it normally. Go for this town center and go into classical fighting as well as another option. Go for this town center and do exactly the same thing with the Aurochs over here. But Priest Siege has to be SuperAfim's idea here. He's dropping his monument to the villagers here. He's got an exposed gold mine at this point. He is mining this gold mine first. This gold mine is relatively well secured, but both of the gold mines are kind of open here. And this is a feature of Gold Rush. The home gold mines, it's very rare. Well, it's not rare, but it is possible, obviously, but it's kind of rare in a way to get a gold mine tucked behind a forest and a tower on this map. And we can see that SuperAfim here is going to have to figure out how he's going to be able to manage this. We do see a temple getting dropped over here, as well as houses. It's on the outside here. The towers are going to be defending this temple, so it should be a little bit difficult here. What is that advance time from Kvoth? Am I missing something here? I am. There it is. He's got 6 villagers. I thought he went for a 5 villager advance time there. Okay, so 6 villagers. He's gone for a 4-minute advance time. We'll see how this is going to go for Kvoth. He's going to be putting on pressure from the get-go here. SuperAfim here, he's going for a slightly delayed 4:30 advance time. This is going to give a little bit of time here for Kvoth to put some pressure on. The fact of the matter is here, with only the handful of Aurochs in the main base, SuperAfim here, he's gonna have to feel a little bit risky moving out onto this Auroch here. The other thing is, the chicken are out in the middle of nowhere, and he's only found himself 3 cows in this game. So Kvoth here, with brutal pressure, is going to be able to cut off the food over here. He's going to be able to cut off the Aurochs over here. We do see the villagers making their way over here, but the oracles are already in position. The question is, are we going to see any sort of a whatchamacallit, valor? And we see super early prosperity here from SuperAfim, delaying the pickaxe there as priests are getting built here. This is spicy, building the priest in the classical age to try and defend the hunt here. This is absolute nightmare, as we do see the valor coming down as the priest is going to get absolutely destroyed here. Nice play here from Kvoth. He's going to be body blocking the priest over here with his oracle, and he will be able to snipe that one down here in the end. Would we see any sort of attempt at any speed walking, not just there, as the villagers coming through here to try and put some pressure on. The units are going to be pushing across the map straight away. There is going to be access to Shockwave, but with 2 priests and a pharaoh, I'm not sure that Kvoth is going to be able to deny this one, especially 7 villagers putting that town center up there. So we do see the Promethean Offspring coming in onto this location. He's going to be diving straight in onto that pharaoh over here. Potential Shockwave onto those villagers wouldn't go astray, as he does manage to hit every single one of those, as the Sphinx there is at 8 HP, does end up falling there as the pharaoh is the target. The villager's going to be able to take down one of those Terma there, as the villager's going to be falling as well. Promethean Offspring coming in here to start delaying the town center even more as more units coming in. Do we see what was that? A little bit of a misplay there from Kvoth. Didn't have his waypoint queued. More villagers coming in to get this town center up, and Kvoth, will he get here in time? He is trying as best as he can, but will he be able to deny this town center or not? As the Murmillo are getting taken out, the town center is still slowly but surely going up here with 11 villagers, and Kvoth doesn't get the town center kill there. But SuperAfim has not been producing villagers for so long here, ladies and gentlemen. Kvoth here, he's got the army. None of these animals here are safe to eat. He's got 4 priests, which is kind of a big deal, but Kvoth can just simply come around here and start harassing this. Will we see a town center coming up here for Kvoth anytime soon, or is he just going to be pumping units, staying one town center and making it work? We'll see how it's going to go as Kvoth now hitting the main base here. He will be seeing that gold mine is open. Villagers here, very low HP villager on the back there. He does notice that. Going to be going straight after it. SuperAfim doesn't notice that. We do see 1 Murmillo trade there for a villager there, though that's a big, it's kind of an equal trade in a way, because SuperAfim's on 2 town centers, so no problems there. As the barracks is going to be coming up, villagers trying to eat these boar with no granary on this position. A little bit of a misplay there from SuperAfim, as Kvoth swinging around the side here. See how he's going to go. He has that Valor in now on a couple of those Murmillo heroes. The Terma hero on the back, they're going to come around and start harassing this as well. There doesn't seem to be any attempt here from Kvoth at grabbing a town center anytime soon. He wants to continue putting pressure onto SuperAfim. SuperAfim here, he's got his pharaoh empowering the town center here. He's in a difficult position. Armory going up there is, I don't think SuperAfim realizes he is not getting to the heroic age here very easily, because Kvoth, he is going to be playing this incredibly aggressively. We do see a town center is about to get dropped here, as it seems to me like Kvoth is just going to kill that obelisk and then drop the town center over here actually first. Obviously there's boar over here, so that's going to be a decent thing for him to use there, as the Terma are going to be coming in, sniping down those slingers as best as he possibly can there. As the villagers over here, there are a couple of low HP villagers, snipes that low HP one. Both of those low HP ones going down there. 1 Murmillo, 1 Terma trade. Good play there from Kvoth. SuperAfim trying to come over onto this top side to grab those deers as best as he possibly can here, as more units still going to be coming through for Kvoth. There's plenty of hunt remaining. He's about to finish up on those deers though, but he does have Aurochs over here. He can easily just shift his villagers away from the wood over onto the hunt here and move these villagers onto the wood or onto the gold in the middle. I think it is kind of vitally important on Gold Rush against Isis for the Oranos player to just move forward onto the large gold mines in the middle of the map. Because the Isis player, if they do manage to get gold control, you're going to be able to move back into your main base and mine these gold mines and keep yourself going. A very, very important part about this map is when you have map control, just move forward. As the villagers finish up on that boar over there. Still in a difficult position. Still no food literally anywhere. He's grabbing cows. He has to farm in the classical age here, as the Terma trying to snipe down those slingers. They're doing a nice job of it. Town center just about up here for Kvoth. He's up to 91 and 95 population. Moving across the map with his units. We will be seeing the villagers trying to jump on to those chicken there, as the Terma have to kind of continue to keep their eye on this hunt. I wouldn't mind seeing like all the deer get just sniped down to have them start dying, move them away from the granary as well. But we do see the slingers coming around onto this position. Another granary coming over here to try and put that Auroch up. But look at the population differential right now. 104 of 110 to 70 population for SuperAfim, as we do see 2 relics are being grabbed. The Thundercloud Shawl, which gives a reduction of Pierce vulnerability, meaning that the units of Kvoth are going to be stronger against Pierce attacks, as well as the Anvil of Hephaestus is in. But now SuperAfim has found himself onto those Aurochs there, as Kvoth maybe biding his time a little bit too much here with his units. Checking this out, he does pick off 2 villages, but that's a distraction there right now for SuperAfim. But SuperAfim here, even if he does get a couple more of this, maybe one more of these Aurochs before Kvoth realizes, he's still got a ways to go to continue building villages and get his way to the heroic age. And even then, it's not game over. It's not game one for Kvoth, for SuperAfim. Kvoth is still completely fine in this game as he pulls back his army. What is the plan here? He's going to be going straight after maybe these chicken villages here, as SuperAfim's resources are starting to pile up. He is getting himself some spam in there. The villagers get pushed off of that location there as well. There is no ability to use Shockwave, as the monument to the villagers is here, as the army pushing into the main base here. SuperAfim spamming units out. He's not going for the heroic age here in this game. This is exactly what Kvoth is going to be wanting here in this one, as he retreats back with his units. The Slinger's getting some good damage here, as Kvoth going to try and move over and hit this location. There is a shockwave. Imagine a shockwave on 17 villages here and just preventing them from retreating here as Kvoth moves forward. The villagers sitting idly by. Kvoth going for that attack here. Shockwave has to be used here, surely. Nope, he's going to be retreating back. He lets those villagers pull back ever so slightly. He gets 2 villager kills. More units coming over here. There's a handful of priests here for SuperAfim, so that Promethean is not going to be that useful here, as it immediately gets sniped down as the Terma coming back in onto this position. Can he actually use... he can use Shockwave. He hits a couple of those units. A little bit less than you would have thought, as the villagers coming in onto this position to start shanking, as SuperAfim's population starting to creep up here. As it looks a little bit like Kvoth is putting all of the pressure on. This is exactly what you want to be doing as Oranos, but you do need tons more military buildings to kind of make this work. We're starting to see some Caraballister coming out as the military of SuperAfim are falling. His food income is so absurdly low in this game, as Kvoth going to be retreating back ever so slightly, takes the villager kills, going to pull back. The Aurochs are done, and SuperAfim is yet again hurting for the food income. We do see the Terma over here. Villagers have managed to come back over onto the Deers on that location, so potentially Kvoth may want to refocus his units back onto the top side of the map there to take those villagers out. As more military buildings are up for Kvoth, he might want to just consider going heroic age, putting palaces down in the middle of the map, finding the advantage with SuperAfim being stuck in the classical age, having to farm, having a kind of a difficult time. You look at the farms getting sprayed up in his main base. He's only got 300 gold left there. He's only got 1,000 gold left there. Gold is going to be the problem here for SuperAfim. And I think SuperAfim kind of knows this. He's getting himself plow. There is a play where if SuperAfim can get to the heroic age, you can just jump all onto the wood. As the unit's pushing through here, we do see the raid onto the villagers over here, as they are going to be getting pushed back. Villagers getting taken out yet again, as SuperAfim, he's just not able to defend those villages well at all in this game. Kvoth now able to advance to the next age. He decides to go through Thea, not going for anything fancy with the Hyperion. Thea is the superior god here in this matchup, so to speak, as SuperAfim here is 122 and 136 population. To me, it looks like there's enough gold here. There's enough food here. Sacred Cat's coming through as well. I do believe that Sacred Cats does not assist plow. I don't think that Sacred Cats assists plow here in terms of extra gather rate. But SuperAfim will be able to advance to the next age. And there is Ancestors Eclipse, so that's a really big deal as the raid's coming over here, hitting those villages in the main base here. Ancestors Eclipse is still available in this game. Nephthys is coming through. Thea will hit first, but I imagine Kvoth, he is going to be pumping this middle with palaces and going for a very, very strong gold stuff. I'm surprised to see no third town center up here for Kvoth. He might be attempting to rush straight to the Mythic Age. Whether or not that will work remains to be seen, as the villagers are in position here to drop their palaces down straight away. There's a palace here, and a palace here is what he needs, as the gold is finished SuperAfim going to be making his way around here. He's got 150 gold in the bank here. Palace going up. The villagers are going to be trying to sneak into this gold mine here, it would seem, as the Stymphalian birds coming through. Palace here. We got the units coming back over here as the wall coming up for SuperAfim. As the town center is as the building of choice here, trying to grab this large gold mine. We'll see if it's going to work. The Stymphalian birds are here. The units coming over here. Hecate has been clicked up for Kvoth. I don't particularly like that play from Kvoth. I would have much preferred to see heavy upgrades, heavy archers, everything else. There's the Ancestors Eclipse coming through for SuperAfim, as Kvoth going to be having a retreat here, but this means that the Tartarian Gate has no easy counter. That's going to do a lot of damage to SuperAfim, but it does mean that SuperAfim gets his town center, gets his third town center, gets his gold mine, and will potentially be able to drop a Migdol Stronghold here to boot. Now, Kvoth has left a little bit of gold in his main base as well, so if he does get pushed off the middle of the map here, it's not the end of the world, as one palace does get taken down. The unit's going to turn around and kill these units off as best as they possibly can here, as this town center is just about to come up. We'll see if SuperAfim, as he's finally going to be able to leave his main base. We'll see if he's going to be able to do anything with it, as the citizen getting pushed back over here. Kvoth's got to be careful not to lose any of these, as he does pull them back for the time being here. 85% of the way through for Kvoth to the Mythic Age, and we'll see where can he click this Tartarian Gate. Potentially here is far enough away from that monument to the villagers. We'll see if he's picked a location, as the hero citizen on the front here is going to be going down. The units pushing through there, as well as the citizen pulling into the town center on this location there as well. Is there any attempt at the Tartarian Gate? Yes, he's putting it right in the middle here. He's hitting the gold mine. He's hitting the town center. The villagers making a move away from this position to grab this gold mine over here. There's plenty of golds in the middle of the map. As we said, the Lampeter going to come in to try and take out the Scorpion Man, take out the Sphinx. The game incredibly equal at this moment here, as it's very much left in the balance as the Lampeter snipes the Scorpion Man. The Scorpion Man going to be a little bit of a problem here for SuperAfim. SuperAfim pumping Mercenary out at this point, as the villagers over on this gold mine here as well. As we do see Citizen now moving over into the middle gold here for Kvoth. And we'll see if he's going to be able to continue to get himself this gold mine here. He's in a very, very difficult position in terms of gold. 85 population. SuperAfim is at 130 population, 140 population here. How can Kvoth continue in this game? I mean, just he has to get back up to full population, and he needs to just get his kind of units sorted here, as SuperAfim has managed to get himself a gold mine here. The Tartarian spawns are cleaning up units here. The town center is going to be getting taken down as well, so it looks like Kvoth will be able to get a town center kill here if SuperAfim doesn't manage to deal with that. Meanwhile, Kvoth retreating back. He's got no resources in the back. Does he have any farms up? He's got a couple of farms in the back over there as well. As the Stymphalian birds flying overhead, as the priest going to get a little bit of damage done. Do they have themselves funeral rites? No, they do not. As the army swings in here to try and take those priests out as fast as they possibly can. The Stymphalian birds are everything in this fight. As the Lampeter does rush forward there. It does die, but that doesn't do any damage until after you get the upgrade. As the town center of SuperAfim has fallen there, Kvoth is slowly but surely climbing back up in terms of population. SuperAfim's got plenty of resources in the bank, but the army of Kvoth is incredibly strong here. SuperAfim's at 75 villages. Do we see any sort of attempt at putting up a Migdol stronghold? Yes, we do. SuperAfim's going to try and grab his own gold mine over there, as Kvoth is motoring forward into the middle of the map here. That Tartarian Gate has been so peak important here in this game, as SuperAfim retreats back here. Migdol stronghold going to be going up. The Slinger is not that useful anymore, as the Arcus in the back can just sit out of range easily. The Arcus can take down the priest. The Stymphalian birds can clean up those units after the fact. But Kvoth, he doesn't need to win the game right now, but he needs to continue putting pressure on. There's a beautiful location he can sit in over here to harass this gold mine. This gold mine, on the other hand, a little bit more difficult to attack. SuperAfim at 134 of 136 population here, as the villagers are going to be retreating away here. SuperAfim jumping back onto this gold mine. The units just continuing to pile in here for Kvoth. Do we see any attempt at a palace? Yes, we do. Kvoth wanting to get this palace up, so he has some sort of pressure to push in those priests at the back back here are not really attacking the Stymphalian birds. The Dryads, while they are a decent unit to be attacking, really don't do that much damage. The main damage source that Kvoth's army is dealing here is in Stymphalian birds, as this push is doing so much damage here to SuperAfim. SuperAfim was at nearly 80 villages. He's nearly dropped 30 villages here in this position. As look at the damage as we see Kvoth. He's continuing to motor forward here. Another palace getting dropped in the front here of SuperAfim as the Stymphalian birds pulling back. It looks like Kvoth, he may be losing his pressure here a little bit. He doesn't quite have the population or the economy to pump the losses that he is currently sustaining. There's more units coming through. There is this palace here to defend, but he has to retask the palace to shoot, as the Stymphalian birds are, funnily enough, attacking Migdol Stronghold as a war elephant coming out, though. Good pick from SuperAfim. That's going to be able to deal with this palace nicely here, as it takes so long to deal with the war elephant, though. The Stymphalian birds, if they target that down, would be able to kill that fairly easily. Do we see Masons coming through for Kvoth? He doesn't quite have the resources to put that one up there, as the palace and the Migdol Stronghold, in classic Asian mythology fashion, they just attack each other. You have to task that manually to make that do anything there. As the Tartarian gauge just continuing to hold that position there. We do see a fire siphon, maybe a little bit overzealous there from Kvoth to build a fire siphon at this point, as his units retreating back. The Stymphalian birds just hiding over there for the time being. Fanatics trying to come out here as the palace will be falling. Still no retargeting of that arrow fire from Kvoth. Both players have got to be feeling a little bit tired here at the end of this series. It is a monumental feat to take. It's almost been going on for 3 hours, ladies and gentlemen, as the Spearmen pushing through to take down some citizen on this position here, as Kvoth's army is just not getting built here. He's actually lost a couple of military buildings to his own Tartarian gate in this position, as he's still trying to pump those units out. He's making Contarius here. I think maybe just going into Mermillo for a little bit wouldn't be a bad idea, as the fire siphon he built was taken out. Stymphalian birds coming through to yet again snipe units. Kvoth He's unrelenting. He doesn't care. He's going to continue raiding you no matter what is happening in the game. Raids are king, and Kvoth is showing us this, but SuperAfim's mental here is strong. He's pushed Kvoth off of this gold mine. Kvoth has got 107 population. He needs to get an army out here somehow, some way. The gold in the main base is got 1,000 gold left in it. He's pushing back into the main base here as Kvoth trying to garrison units here. As the Stymphalian birds pull back, maybe he needs those in his actual main army here, as Kvoth trying to take this fight here, as the units just continuing to push in. Can we just see the villagers get back onto this gold mine for a little bit here, as more Arcus getting trained? You have to remember that Kvoth has got town center advantage here. He's at 3 town centers to 2 town centers of SuperAfim. There's also, if we take a look at the quickly here, you can sell food for gold here at this point as well. As all these units are about to just pop out, but Kvoth doesn't know the trick. You just double click and you use your ungarrison hotkey. As the army pops out here, he's going to try and take out these units as best as he possibly can. The spearmen here not going to be enough to deal with this, as Kvoth, what's he doing over here? As we see some siege towers coming in, Sphinx is out, destroyers coming in. This palace looks like it will be getting taken down here, ladies and gentlemen, as the Arcus pushing forward, and the palace does end up falling. It's the military barracks over here trying to go up. Kvoth going to be retreating back ever so quickly here. And yet again, the gold mine gets revisited. But the problem here is that Kvoth is about to lose this gold mine, and he's sitting at 130 population. He's trying to get up to the population he needs to kind of take these fights. But even so, like SuperAfim, somehow, some way, his economy is still kicking here in this game. How is the economic upgrades here? He's got Shaft Mine, he's got Hand Axe. SuperAfim, on the other hand, he's got Plow, he's got Quarry, he's got Sacred Cats there as well. Looks now that Kvoth has managed to create an army that is very scary now for SuperAfim. The villagers are going to try and swing around onto this large gold mine over here, as the Contari is trying to get in here and trying to deal damage to those chariot archers on the back here. Do we see any Stymphalian birds getting made here? Kvoth's got 96 favor at this point. The myth unit's pushing through here to try and push Kvoth off of this gold mine as the siege tower does get taken down there. And the Scorpion Man here is about to fall as well. Population here has plummeted for both players as SuperAfim is sending Mercenary from his town center over. He's trying to spam those. Is that going to be enough, though, is the big question here, as more citizen are getting sniped down off of this gold mine. We do see the citizen grabbing the gold mine over here as well. While this is all going on, Ark is trying to target down the units on the back here as best as he possibly can. Another citizen falling, 19 citizen remaining here for Kvoth, as he's definitely going to be trying to restart that. The gold mine has finished up here. You can still sell resources, sell food for gold here, if that's so possible. SuperAfim has dropped down to 100 population as he's lost his... Yet again, this has happened many times in this series. SuperAfim has been trying to push, and the push just ends up dying in the end. As the gold here getting grabbed, we'll see if Kvoth can get himself back into this game, get himself up an army worth worth fighting the ISIS here. Remember, SuperAfim still at 146 population, so it's only a population differential of 14. As Kvoth pushes in, he's got to be careful not to sit underneath this Migdol stronghold. He needs to take good fights here. As we do see the Chariot Archer is going to be going after the citizen over here. As Kvoth isn't going to be allowing that to happen too easily here. Chase those Chariot Archers down. The Tartarian Gate is still sitting here, ladies and gentlemen. That's the crazy part about this game. The gold here for SuperAfim still very, very low. We will be seeing an attempt to take out some of these villages, but it's still Kvoth getting closer and closer to his 140 population. Retreating back, he's got to be careful to take these fights well to deal with those cavalry, making sure his Arcus is doing his best damage as he possibly can. SuperAfim, on the other hand, he just needs to get sorted out here. He's full population. He needs to get his armory upgrades up. He needs to get towers up, potentially. Wouldn't go astray here. Or anything other than just continuing to trade with the kind of superior population of Kvoth. Because Kvoth is more than happy to take these fights so long as he continues to mine gold here. His villages getting taken out. He doesn't mind too much about this. Obviously, not losing villages is better. But he's going to continue to get those back out, continue to mine gold. He will be able to get himself a palace very, very shortly here in this game. You'd have to assume mostly Arcus out now for Kvoth, as he's got the resources to get that. What else is he doing? What is he doing with his resources? He's still maybe getting heavy archers here wouldn't go astray. Instead of a palace would be another option, and that's exactly what he's choosing to do here in this position as the villagers get pushed off of that gold mine. Arcus from Kvoth coming through here. The other thing here that SuperAfim has done is he started a trade route, and it's kind of the worst trade route in the world. There is a position over here for your trade route in this location here to move, but that would go straight through the Tartarian spawns. So there's really nothing there that he can do. I don't think right now that Kvoth realizes that SuperAfim is at full population. He is going all in on this Migdol stronghold, and he doesn't have the economy to make this work. The Migdol stronghold is going to be sitting alive here for a little bit longer. All the melee units do end up falling here, as Kvoth is still managing to get more and more Arcus out. He's got to be careful not to overcommit on these fights, but he will be getting up yet another palace here, and that's going to be huge. But SuperAfim has clicked up through Osiris. He's managed to make his way to Osiris. Another palace going to be coming up here, and this game is very, very tense, ladies and gentlemen. The gold here for SuperAfim, he's got around about 3,000 gold left. He's down a town center. He can't secure this town center with dealing with this Tartarian Gate. Dealing with that Tartarian Gate is incredibly difficult here, ladies and gentlemen. The Arcus going to continue to deal damage here, continue to push SuperAfim back. This Migdol stronghold is almost taken out here. Osiris is about 45 seconds away at this point as the Pharaoh coming through. But this isn't a regular Oranos army. This is an Oranos army with Arcus here. And immediately we see the Arcus coming through to snipe down the Pharaoh, as Kvoth knows. And in fact, he snipes it. That's an extra minute that Kvoth has bought for himself well, a little bit less than a minute, but an extra minute that Kvoth has fought for himself here, where he could potentially get a gold staff. And how is that trading going for this food? He can still sell food here. He's got enough farms here. He can still sell food. We'll be seeing the pressure continuing to mount here. Kvoth here, he's run out a little bit of the of that oomph that he needs. Is he getting out Fire Siphon? Yes, he is. He only really needs the one Fire Siphon. There's the Mythic Age for SuperAfim. SuperAfim's population very, very low here. The villager's going to be diving onto that Fire Siphon, but is it too little, too late? Yes, it is. Migdol down. That's the only Migdol that SuperAfim has right now. He's got no production remaining. He's got no gold remaining here as Kvoth is able to hold on here, and SuperAfim with the score lead, possibly with the unit kill to loss ratio lead here as well, but without the town center. Can he manage to hold on, continue mining this gold mine? Kvoth knows he doesn't need any more Fire Siphon. He's continuing to build units. He's at 26 civilian units. The fighting just continues to happen in this game. As the mummy getting sniped down here very, very quickly there by the Arcus. Sooner or later, that Pharaoh will pop out. I believe it's every minute that a Pharaoh pops out. The villagers get pulled off here. SuperAfim can make a trade route happen. He doesn't necessarily need to have these gold mines, but the problem is that he just doesn't have this town center over here, and every moment that he doesn't fight is allowing Kvoth to get further and further ahead because he has the gold mine. But now we see the Son of Osiris coming out here. SuperAfim is trying to build out an army of Chariot Archer, Slinger, everything else, and now the power balance swings back in to SuperAfim's favor. If he can keep the Son of Osiris alive here, we do see Kvoth searching around the corners, looking for something to kill here in terms of a trade route. He's got to realize, well, he thinks there's a trade route here, but this is a big commitment to searching for the trade route. This is a risky move, and the army of SuperAfim may be able to catch Kvoth's army out here, as he does see the camel caravans here. He's going to be going straight after them for the time being here, as the Son of Osiris takes a little bit of damage here. Kvoth's got the double palace up on this position. He's mining the gold over here, but the gold mines are slowly starting to expire here for Kvoth to boot, as the camel caravan's getting taken down. And now SuperAfim needs to make a decision. Does he send the army up here and deal with this? Or does he have to defend this gold mine? Or does he make a push here? What is he going to go for, as all of the camel caravans look like they are going to be getting sniped down here as the tower gets cleaned up over here? These houses might get cleaned up. The units pushing forward to try and take this down. A catapult is up here as the Son of Osiris getting getting pushed back here, I should say. That Son of Osiris is still doing tons of damage over here as villagers getting taken out. And I think SuperAfim here, he's actually going to be happy with this trade. He's pushing forward, taking the palace down. Remember, Kvoth, he does have a trade route now. He's pushing through over here. This is kind of what you have to do. You push into the corner with your wood gathering. You throw the marker down to get a good trade route. I think that's got to be the play, in all honesty, on Gold Rush, if the game actually ends up going late. As the army coming back over here, going to try and snipe down some of these villagers yet again, as the palace does end up falling. More units coming through over here, trying to surround the Son of Osiris here to get onto that one. The Son of Osiris starting to take some damage there from the Arcus from both sides here, as the Arcus going to be chasing this one away. We do see some Murmillo coming through there. Son of Osiris is at half HP. Villagers getting cleaned up on the gold mine over there. SuperAfim is at 145 of 145 population here to boot. But is it enough, though, is the big question. Kvoth, plenty of resources now. He can continue to spam here. He's got champion Arcus here in this game. As soon as the Son of Osiris comes through, Kvoth just walks forward and he starts targeting that Son of Osiris down. If you take one attack with the Son of Osiris, the Arcus can just push forward and start dealing with them. As villagers get pushed off the gold mine, SuperAfim's got 4... camel caravans. He's got a little bit of gold in the bank. The Son of Osiris yet again taking damage, trying to get as much damage as he possibly can get done. The palace does get denied there as a catapult does come through. Kvoth is at 134 of 160 population. The Son of Osiris still managing to hold on here as the Arcus are going to try and take out the catapult. They do pick it off eventually there. As another catapult coming through here, as Kvoth has to pull back his drop down in terms of the population. Yet again, Kvoth, SuperAfim 145 of 145 population here, as the palace starting to get sieged down here. The palace going to be able to take out the Son of Osiris, though, as SuperAfim missteps there a little bit, as the Son of Osiris gets even closer to its death there. 86 HP remaining there, as the villagers trying to repair this one back up as best as they possibly can. The Arcus diving in onto this location here to get onto that Son of Osiris in the back. The catapult does get cleaned up. The palace will be living there with just a little bit of HP, as the destroyer still managing to come in onto this position. The Son of Osiris gets taken down here, as SuperAfim still trying to keep himself in this game here, as the Arcus cleaning everything up here. SuperAfim dropping down to 100 population. Kvoth sitting strong at 145 population, and Kvoth takes the win and manages to complete the reverse sweep in this game. My golly gosh, what an insane series here. Kvoth fights through teeth and nail to somehow take SuperAfim out here. You have to admit, Kvoth's gameplay in this game was Champions League worthy. I can't wait to see what he's going to be able to do there. Gaia remains 100% win rate, Gaia, and that is all to say about how broken Gaia is. I don't care what you guys say. Kvoth's Gaia is on another level. My golly gosh. If you guys enjoyed this series, let's actually take a look at the post game. If you guys enjoyed this series, I don't know what else to say. The military unit kill loss, incredibly good here. All resource total heavily in favor of Kvoth here as well. And that is the story in this game, as Kvoth gets the dub. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We now enter the realm of Champions League. It's Champions League time. Time to have some fun. It's going to be a lot of really, really good games. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider the follow on the... I've already said it enough. See you in the next game. Bye for now.